Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel, Higher Self and Holistic Health. Today thought I would try a little bit different scenery, and I would like to talk about, in general, healthy ways of eating. Now, there's a lot going on with our food supply, and unless you study it a lot, it's hard to keep up with all the data and the concerns. So I'm going to just tell you how I eat with all that I've learned in the past couple of years in depth. And I've studied nutrition and health all my life, but I really dove into it with the GMOs and the pesticides and antibiotics and hormones and things that are affecting our food supply, and seeing how many people are getting sick from it and how many kids are getting cancer and heart disease and diabetes and all these issues. So I don't know where to start because there's so many different things, but I guess I will start with vegetables. So vegetables, if you look at any community or any diet plan, vegetables are always on it as good. They provide fiber, lots of vitamins and minerals, and they're nutritious. So you want to make sure you're eating plenty of vegetables, green leafy vegetables, all different kinds of vegetables, and organic is the best because a lot of pesticides are being sprayed on produce. If you cannot purchase organic, look at my Facebook website for the 12 clean and the 12 dirty dozen and the clean 15, and at least purchase the 12 dirty dozen as organic, and the rest you can kind of clean with baking soda and water or some vinegar and water, and then rinse it. So vegetables, organic vegetables, fruits, same thing. Organic fruits are very healthy and good, so you want to be eating some of those. With the dairy, if you're going to eat dairy, I would say switch your milk out for nut milks, hemp and coconut and almond, as I spoke about before. I still eat some hard cheese, but I make sure it's organic, like Colby organic hard cheese, and yes, it costs 3 to 4 times more than the regular cheese, but you're not getting all the antibiotics and hormones, and hopefully the cows are treated a little better. So you're cutting out most of your dairy, eating lots of fruits and vegetables. So you're going to want to add legumes, and so beans and peas, lentils, and I try to get mine dry and organic so I can store them in a glass jar. If you can't afford organic, the beans are probably okay to buy regularly. And you can buy them canned. Beans are still okay canned if you really can't soak them overnight and rinse them and then cook them in a crock pot, which really isn't that difficult, but some people don't want to spend the 5 minutes soaking them and the 5 minutes pouring them in the crock pot and then watching them cook, or coming home from work and having them done. So you can do the canned beans, just get low sodium. If you're going to I was going to talk about sodium. For the beans, yes, beans provide fiber, carbohydrates, and protein. So beans are a very good source of a lot of things, some minerals and vitamins too. And for sodium, if you're going to use salt, try to use pink Himalayan salt. It's unprocessed, comes strictly from the mountain, and you actually get some iodine, and it's healthier for you. For meats, if you're still a meat eater, please buy organic, certified meat. just for the animals' sake. Make sure that the animals are able to graze and eat grass, not locked in a little pen and shot up full of hormones and antibiotics. And fed corn, which they can't even digest. And it's GMO corn, so then you're getting all the pesticides and everything else that's in meat too. So if you're going to eat meat, please eat organic meat and make sure it's grass-fed beef. And the chickens, as well, try to buy local eggs. They're much fresher, much healthier if the chickens can actually go out and eat the bugs in the grass and be fed organic food, grain instead of corn, and get no sunlight and be pumped full of antibiotics and hormones. And if you want to do an experiment, buy an organic chicken breast and buy a GMO regular chicken breast, and cook them and look at them and compare them. Lots of difference. You might pay 3 times more for the certified organic chicken breast, but you'll be able to eat all of it. You won't have any hard spots in it, or rubbery spots, or grizzly spots, or anything like that. And it's much, much healthier for you. So now we're into the category of grains. It's hot out here. So grains. I don't like to eat a lot of wheat, corn, or soy. I try to avoid them and all their byproducts and all the products that are made with those, because they are sprayed with Roundup, and I believe from all the research that I've done, this is causing cancer very much quicker, and a ton of intestinal, stomach, and nutritional problems, because you cannot digest the food when you're being poisoned by all these chemicals, and your small intestines, which absorbs your nutrients, ends up becoming very damaged, and then you start getting sick and autoimmune problems and all these diseases, and you go downhill from there. So I do eat a little bit. I eat wheat flour tortillas. They're organic. I only eat 1 or maybe 2 a day, and they're the small ones. Yes, they cost more, but my health is worth more than eating all that Roundup. A better way, and it's still not good, because it's, pesticide still blows from crop to crop, and you're still getting some, but definitely much, much less. You can go to the freezer section and get Ezekiel bread or sprouted wheat. That would be the next thing I would do, but otherwise I would avoid wheat and corn, everything, and soy, everything altogether. They're actually starting to spray fruits and nuts and beans and things like that. So organic, again, is going to be much better, because they are starting to spray all our food with all these chemicals, and it's getting worse. So if we demand organic certified foods, hopefully the demand will go up and the supply will go up and the price will go down. But if you continue to eat foods off the shelf that aren't organic, I'm afraid you're probably going to get sick very quickly, because they keep adding heavier and heavier doses of the poisonous Roundup and other things on our food, and it will lead to cancer and other problems. So in place of grains, I've cut out pretty much most of my grains. I do eat quinoa. It's a good source of fiber, carbohydrates, and protein. Amaranth. So you want to go back to the nuts and seeds. So you got to be a little more creative with your meal planning, but it's doable. And then you want to eat like walnuts and almonds, and you want to eat them raw, organic, because you don't want them cooked in oil or, covered in salt and things like that. So unprocessed is best, and you get most of the nutrients from that. Omega-3s are great. You can get omega-3s from your salmon, avocados, some nuts and seeds, and that is your healthy fat. So you definitely want to eat those foods. It will help get rid of your bad fat. Your healthy fat is your HDL, we call it happy fat, and your bad fat is LDL, which we call lousy fat. So you want to eat your HDL fats, your plant fats, and your fish, salmon fats, and avoid all the other animal and trans fats, because they're the ones that clog your arteries and cause heart disease. Sugar is huge. Cut it out of your diet. There are probably 100 different names for sugar. High fructose corn syrup causes leaky gut. They had so much controversy with it, and so many people saying I'm not eating it or any of your products, they changed it to just plain corn syrup. So now if it has high fructose corn syrup, it's going to say corn syrup half the time, and it's still just as bad. You've got invert sugars, alcohol sugars, you've got rice sugar, coconut sugar, all kinds of sugars. Sugar is sugar, and sugar feeds cancer. Sugar feeds inflammation, which causes more autoimmune diseases, and sugar feeds fungus as well, which mimics cancer. And a lot of times when you have fungus, systemic fungus is what I had, and had to find out how to overcome it, which I did 100%. And we'll go into that more later. I'll explain how I did it and what it was caused from, and ladies, you'll want to listen up to that. Some of you ladies at least. Anyways, avoid sugar. If you're going to eat anything sweet, try to make it fruit. Otherwise, use a plant source of artificial sweetener such as stevia, even coconut sugar. Still not great, but and I wouldn't use a lot of it. Do not use artificial sugars. They are made in a lab. They're chemicals, and like aspartame and saccharin and sucralose and acephane, all of those not so healthy. Back in the 60s, they did lab studies on rats, and aspartame and saccharin in small amounts cause a lot of tumors and cancer, and they took it off the market. Well, back in the 80s, they said, no, it's okay, we're going to put it back on the market. So they put it back on the market as Gras, which is generally recognized as safe, but it's not. So stay away from all the artificial sweeteners, stay away from sugar, eat fruit, and you will go through withdrawals, but you will get over them, and you will feel much better and much healthier. Other healthy tips. Healthy eating. Drink reverse osmosis water. You don't want to drink all the chemicals and the fluoride that's in our tap water. And the fluoride will calcify your pineal gland, your third eye. So definitely want to avoid tap water and drink reverse osmosis water. Cut out all the other sodas. I do drink a couple of cups of coffee a day, but I make sure it's independently tested for mold, because most coffees on the market probably do have some mold in it, which causes problems with the immune system in the body. So I use Bulletproof. That's the one I found. It's third party, independently tested, and does not have any mold in it. It does cost more, but that's your health we're talking about. And I will go into supplements at another time, as well as other holistic living ideas. There's so much to talk about, but I just wanted to give you the basics of what to eat and what not to eat. Organic whole foods, that's what you want to focus on. You want to cut the sugar out, the wheat, the corn, the soy, most of the dairy, and even the meats, unless you're eating them, like I said, grass-fed beef, organic, certified, to where they're raised in a natural habitat and fed the proper foods and not just shot full of hormones, antibiotics, and crap that they're not supposed to eat. So that's all I can think of at the moment, but I hope you enjoyed this episode of Higher Self and Holistic Health on healthy eating tips. And please press subscribe if you'd like to hear more information. And if you have a comment, please leave a comment and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. Blessings. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.